Let's come into the space, your space. Grounding with your feet firmly on the ground, or if you're in bed, just make sure your sits bones are nice and rooted and your spine is straight if you can make it straight. If you are standing, slightly tuck the pelvis so the perineum is like a weight is pulling it down into the ground. If your balance is good, have your feet about hip width apart. If you struggle, you can bring your feet a little bit wider. From this rooted position, use your imagination to visualize energy drawing up from deep in the earth through the soles of your feet. And now, as the bottom of your body roots down, from the pelvis up, you're going to elongate up, imagining your spine as a string of pearls, creating a little space between each pearl. Your chin is slightly tucked so the top of your head faces the heavens. Slight bend in your knees just to allow the qi, which is energy, and blood to flow. Imagine pulling energy down through the top of your head to mingle with the energy coming up from your feet. And they'll meet in this area behind and below the navel called the lower dantian, the lower energy center. Throughout the practice, I will be giving breathing cues. At any time, if the cues are too long of a breath for you, please just breathe gently. It is more important for you to be relaxed, to be in the flow, than it is to match the breath to movement. Let's begin. Inhale your hands out to the side and up. Bring them overhead, palms together. Draw them to heart center, gazing at your fingertips. Release one hand with the other in a loose fist to greet it. And set the intention to embrace your imagination today. We'll be imagining colors and images because these have tremendous power to release stress and heal your body. Release your hands down, and everybody, seated or standing, place your palms facing the earth, shoulders are relaxed, and we're just going to breathe long, slow, deep breaths here. You can do a 3-part breath. What that means is when you inhale, you let the diaphragm fill up and inflate the lower abdomen, then the middle chest, then the upper chest. Pause at the top, and then exhale, lowering the upper chest, the middle torso, and then the lower abdomen. And do this at your own pace. Some of you will do 4 counts, breaths in and out. Some can do 10 count or longer. Whatever is long for you, long, slow, deep breathing. Settle your energy. Be in the present. You are here. If your mind tries to trick you and tell you you're somewhere else, just remind it, no, I'm here. Caring for my body and my emotions and my spirit. Those of you at night, you can close your eyes as you breathe. Those of you in late afternoon or mid-afternoon, just keep your eyes partially closed. That balances the yin and yang, the light and dark energies. At night, we want more yin, so we close our eyes. One more wave breath or 3-part breath, just filling up the lower abdomen, the middle torso, the upper chest, pausing and releasing the upper chest, middle torso, and squeezing in the lower abdomen. Release the hands down. Now we're going to make sure you have room behind you, because we're going to do some knocking where we let our hands hit on the back. On the back, you want to let your hand hit almost exactly opposite your navel. So if you took a line, drove it through your navel, just kind of imagine it coming through and out the back. That's the Ming Men, the door of life. And so we want to knock on the front of the body and the back, activating meridians, opening up the meridians. Meridian is a channel of energy, kind of like a conduit of electricity in your home. So we're going to open those up like turning on a light switch. And to do so, light bend in the knees, and we're going to be rotating mostly from the waist and shoulders. Keep your head center for today. We're not going to warm up the neck this way. We're just going to keep the head aligned with the center. And so let your hands really land firmly. If you're seated, what I'd like you to do, so keep doing this if you're standing. If you're seated, what I'd like you to do is put your hands on your shoulders and then gently move from side to side. If you're standing, let's move with the hands, patting on the meridians. Just a gentle breath. You don't have to match breath with movement right now. Remember that nice bend in your knees. Try and keep your hips facing forward if you're able. If there's a little movement, that's okay. And now what we're going to do is bring the hand in front and pat right below the collarbone. Keep doing this if you're standing. If you're seated, bring your hands up and massage your middle finger, massage right below the collarbone where the shoulder notches in. If you're moving, continue to pat. This is lung 1 point. It boosts our immunity. It is wonderful for our skin and for detoxifying our body. Our lungs eliminate 70% of the toxins we take in. Nice, easy movement, gentle breath. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Let your energy move. And now, pat on top of your shoulders, right at the top near the neck. This is a gallbladder point. If you've been indecisive with the start of spring, it's very normal. The gallbladder and liver are the spring organs, and so the gallbladder is about courage and decisiveness. So patting here. If you are seated, just take your fingers and just do little pinches right up here. Otherwise, keep patting. And now let's come back to the lung points. Massage if you're seated, pat if you're standing. And back to the starting point, hitting our conception vessel, the Ren points, stomach. And slow it down. Close your eyes and go within a moment. Notice any buzzing or tingling sensations, any vibration. You may or may not notice. Even if you don't notice, your chi is still moving. But if you do notice, that lets you know you're releasing stagnation. So well done. Open your eyes and shake out the arm on one side. Really lean forward a little so you can loosen the shoulder. Here we're trying to open a lot of channels of energy along the arm and hands that go up to the shoulder. Shaking is one of the best things you can do to release stress. So if you're really tired or fatigued or stressed, stand up or sit where you are and shake. Now go to the other side. Really shake. Get it moving. Gentle breath. Good. Now shake the leg on the first side. If you need to hold on to something or even pretend, sometimes if you pretend, also look at a point on the floor or in the distance. Now the other leg. This really works. If you're in bed, you can shake also or pat. If you're seated, that's also fine. And now we're gonna bounce our heels and shake everything. Get your head, get everything moving. Shake up, shake down. Close your eyes and go within. If you did nothing else today, this would heal your body. Opening your energy. So powerful. Well done. But we are going to do more. So we're going to do some stretching, spreading the feathers and then bear swimming. Bring your feet back to about hip width apart if you're able. Nice bend. Bring your hands, palms facing forward, and we're going to reach forward, inhaling, nice long inhale. And then exhale, reach your fingertips to the ground and reach your hands away, backs of the hands face forward. Really spread the fingers wide as you exhale. So inhale, draw in. Exhale, press out. Remember, keep that pelvis slightly tucked, right? We don't want to arch the back. So even though we're up straight, we're not letting the bum jut out, okay? Inhale, exhale. It's just kind of, when we keep the spine straight, it's like a water hose. When there's a kink, the water can't move through it. So as we keep the meridian line straight, the energy is more likely to flow, the blood as well. This time, keep your hands there, breathe gently. Bring your ear to your shoulder and just hold. If it's too intense, you can bring the hands down, but this is so good if you're able to keep the hands out for fighting carpal tunnel, for really working on warming the joints for arthritis. It's very good. Bring the head up and drop the ear to the other side. Keep breathing. It's tempting to hold our breath when we stretch. But the more you breathe, those of you that are yogis know when you breathe, your body releases tension. So breathe. Good. Come back to center, and now we'll do bear swimming. So for bear swimming, we're going to bring the hands backs towards each other in front of us. Reach behind, inhale, 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 and then exhale, palms face forward this time when we reach the hands down. And we'll start from here. Turn the palms so the backs face forward. Reach behind you as you inhale, draw in, exhale, and try to do all of the inhales and exhales through your nose. If you're seated, you might need to bring your hands up a little higher and just keep them out to the side. It depends on how much room you have where you're seated. Inhale, draw in beautiful chi to release your stress. And when you exhale, picture any stagnation flowing off your fingertips into the earth to be recycled. We'll do one more and then we'll hold. Really reach down. And bring the ear to the shoulder. Again, gentle breath while we hold. Let go. Remember, where are you? You're here. You don't need to think about anything else. Let's go to the other side. But what you're doing to care for yourself right now. Everything will be there in the parking lot when you're done. Don't worry. Now's your time. Hand comes back to center. Good. We've brought in oxygen and air. We've released tension through the shaking and the stretching. And now we're ready to flow. Qigong is all about using our bodies and imaginations to open the flow of energy. Qi, energy is the best definition we can use right now, and blood and fluids through our body. So we're going to begin by opening the Qi, letting it know we're ready to awaken. Bring your hands palms up in front of you, and we're going to inhale the palms to chest height. Once they're at chest height, we rotate so the thumbs now face the chest, palms are down, and exhale just below the belly button. Not down to the hips, just below the belly button. Turn the palms over, thumbs forward. Inhale up, keep the shoulders down. Exhale, release. This movement of Qi actually is along an organ called the triple burner. In Chinese medicine, they've known about this for thousands of years. And in the West, less than 20 years ago, they discovered this fascia, this unified fascia connecting all of the internal organs. So interesting. And so we're moving energy, integrating all three sections of the triple burner. Those of you who are standing, on this next exhale, bend your knees as well, floating the hands down. Inhale, lifting the knees. Don't lock them, just lift up. Exhale, lower. And just feel the flow. If you're in nighttime, close your eyes. I'll let you know when we move on. Otherwise, a beautiful, soft gaze in the distance. When your mind gets a little noise or chatter going on, exhale the thought and float it gently to the earth. When you inhale, you can imagine drawing fresh Qi up. And when you exhale, you can imagine pressing stagnant, blocked Qi down. We'll do 2 more. Beautiful. Now, on the next inhale, we're going to begin the metal element. The palms inhale. At chest height, rotate the thumbs up and over and gaze up. Now exhale, turn the palms back and float them down to the belly button. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw back. And we are gazing up in between our hands when we lift up. So follow your fingers with your gaze all the way up, all the way down. And we do a little bend in the knees when we come down. And we do a straightening as we come up. The metal element. Think of metal. We have metal that can be fine, beautiful jewelry. It can be a sharp knife that helps us eat our food and nourish our bodies. It can be healing crystals and gems. The side of a mountain, the sand on a beach. Look at all the different shapes of metal. It's amazing. When we work with the metal element, it's our lungs and large intestine that we're healing. So we think about inhaling, filling with white light, really expanding, creating room in the lungs and the lower abdomen for the large intestine. It runs along the sides of your lower abdomen and the lower part. And when we exhale, the emotion of the lungs is grief and sadness, so we let that go. And when we inhale hope, confidence. Right? If we're so stuck in sadness and grief, we have no hope. So the opposite of that is hope. No emotion is good or bad. Every emotion is neutral. We need to learn our lesson from the emotion and then let it go. Sometimes that takes a couple of years, sometimes a few minutes. But if we get stuck, we get sick. So Qigong teaches us, move the body, move the mind. Exhale that grief and sorrow. Thank it for what it taught you. And inhale the hope that comes from those lessons. And now, just bring your hands, palms facing up at this lower abdomen area. Gaze softly in the distance and just stand and breathe gently. With each inhale, fill your lungs and large intestine with white, healing light. And when you exhale, release any stuck energy from those organs through your feet into the earth, the great recycler. Slow, deep breaths through the nose if you're able. Letting go of sadness and grief, filling up with hope, and release. Now we're going to move into the water element. Metal creates water, just this imagine condensation on metal on a dewy morning, right? Like it facilitates water, or water coming from a rock. It nurtures and moistens. We're going to do a posture called the fountain, and for this, we're going to bend the knees and bring the backs of the hands together. And we're going to inhale, draw the hands to chest height on that long inhale, the legs straighten here. Then we bring our hands up and we exhale them down. So if you're seated, you might not be able to bring your hands all the way to the side. You might just bring them here, so just not so far down. All right, the fountain. Bend, inhale, long, deep breath. Exhale, picture water flowing from your fingertips, drawing in the energy of the water element and letting it flow all around you. Water is also incredibly changing. Steam, ice, mist, oceans, waves. It can cut through stone, right? It can erode any of the hardest materials that we see on the surface of the earth. But it's so gentle. A babbling brook, a refreshing bath or shower, right? Not good or bad, just is what it is. And your body is mostly water. And when you love water, research has shown it does beautiful things. So loving the water in your body has so much power for your health. The color is a beautiful blue. Think of the blue at the bottom of a candle flame. That crisp, clear, vibrant blue. So as you inhale, fill up with that color. And in particular, focus on the kidneys, just in the back under your lower rib cage, and your urinary bladder, just at the base, kind of center of your pelvis. Fill those organs with blue light. As you inhale, draw in. As you exhale, let go. The negative, not negative, the more difficult side of water's emotion is fear, right? Fear is not good or bad. We need fear. When fear is out of balance and dominates us, though, we become sick. And doing this posture releases fear. It lets you learn the lesson you needed to from it and let go of the emotion. Inhale, drawing in this wonderful courage, and exhaling fear. Drawing in joy. The opposite of fear is this joy. Because you can do life, you can do it. Release. And for the standing posture, bring your hands facing the back, just by the lower rib cage where your kidneys and adrenal glands are located. We have so much modern stress, which the body takes as fear, and it makes us so sick, releasing cortisol that we can't process, and this releases that. We won't do this as long just because it's a little harder on the shoulders for many people, so just breathe naturally, picturing this area filled with that vibrant blue light, releasing any stagnation, stuck energy, stuck emotions through your feet into earth. Do a couple of more breaths here. And release. Now we're going to do the wood element. Water lets wood, all plants, wood is considered all plants. It helps them grow, from the smallest grasses to the most majestic trees and saguaros. All plant life is a wood element. And for that, we're going to go tree swaying in the wind. It is a very long inhale. So just do natural breathing if it is tricky. And if you're seated, again, just adjust your hands. The hands start at this lower area just below the navel. And we inhale as we turn from the waist and the shoulders to one side, continuing our inhale as our hands come up and we turn to center, pointing at our head. And then we exhale, letting go. Wood and growth and plants it's all about finding the light. Think of the amazing places you've seen plants grow. Rock walls, cracks in a cement city, dark, shadowy jungles. Finding the light, and that's the lesson for us from wood. To find the light. And the color, as you would probably guess, is green, a beautiful either emerald green or even a soft aquamarine green. Inhale. Exhale. The challenging emotion of the liver and gallbladder, which are the wood organs, are anger and irritation. We get very angry and grouchy. You might have been feeling that more in the spring because that is the season of the wood element and the liver and gallbladder. So as you transition, it's really tricky. So know that when you calm your emotions, you help your liver. And the opposite of anger and irritation is kindness. So if you're finding that you want to be grouchy at someone, stop and be kind instead. Even if you have to fake it. Because it's true. Sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. And your liver's going to be like, whoa, that was not what I expected. That's so cool. Inhale, green light into your liver and gallbladder, up under the right rib cage. Exhale, letting go. We'll do one more time each side. Exhale, last one. And then we'll do the standing posture. Let go of irritation and anger to make space for kindness. Now bring your hands like you're hugging a tree in front of you. Shoulders are relaxed down. And as you stand and breathe, inhale that emerald green light into your liver and gallbladder, up under your right rib cage. And as you exhale, let any stagnation, whether emotional or physical, leave through your feet into the earth. We're very lucky to be on the earth to recycle and give us all fresh energy. It's so powerful. Nice long inhales and exhales. Embracing this wood element, your creativity. You're finding the light. You're letting go of anger and irritation. Release. Wood makes fire possible, right? We can burn the wood for warmth. And the next posture is the fire element, and it's called cloudy hands. And we're going to be nourishing our entire nervous system. In Chinese medicine, the heart system includes the heart, the pericardium, the sac around the heart, the spinal cord, the brain, and the small intestine. So a lot of stuff that we're working on. Begin with the one hand on top, really just like creating this circle around the heart, and the other hand is going to be floating and dipping through clouds. If you're seated, that hand will be up higher. Turn to the side where the hand is down and dipping. We're going to inhale all the way across. Switch the hands. The other hand comes on top while the hand that was up dips down, and exhale back. Imagine you're floating through the clouds. Switching the hands. As you inhale, fill up the space with ruby red light. Let it fill your entire heart system, the center of your body, all the way up to the brain. Exhale, let go of any old energy there. Inhale that red light again, filling the body. And exhale, letting go. The emotions that are challenging for the heart are overexcitement and anxiety. When our heart is out of balance, we can be too excited or we can be anxious. It's very unsettling. But when our heart is calm, it is just filled with love and joy at the just right level. Inhaling that joy, that love, and exhaling down through the fingertip, pointing down, that anxiety or over-excitement. We'll do one more time each side. Inhale, floating through the clouds. Exhale, letting go. Fire creates ash, which nourishes and replenishes the soil of the earth. And that is our final element, our earth element. It is this beautiful daffodil yellow energy. And it's our spleen and stomach, which are up under the left rib cage. Pancreas is also part of that spleen system, your digestion, and that lets you nourish your body. So we're going to begin with the palms facing down. The spine stays upright, but you bend your knees as you exhale forward. Then you point the backs of the hands towards each other. Inhale, drawing in this beautiful yellow light. Exhale, letting go any stagnation in your digestive system, on the spleen and stomach and pancreas. Inhale, yellow healing light. It's a pebble in a pond, so you can imagine your hand tracing the ripples of a pebble that was cast into the water and drawing back in. The challenging emotions of the spleen and stomach are overthinking and worry. Yeah, you thought your overthinking was all in your head. It's not. When you can get your digestion balanced, you won't be so worried. You won't overthink. It's an interesting cycle. And as your digestion is healthier, you won't overthink and worry. It's like, it's kind of both ways when you can control it through both directions. So if you calm your mind, you strengthen your digestion. The opposite of overthinking and worry, let's first exhale and let go of that emotion, is this ability to have structure and balance. When you overthink and worry, you might be frozen, you stop. But when you let go and draw in this yellow light, you can take action. You can care for yourself and others. We often mistake worry as care. Action is care, right? We need to take action. So if we can't take action, it's not worth worrying about. We can put that thought in a journal and let it go. And just be present. Inhale the beautiful light energy. We'll do one more and then we're going to do the standing postures for the heart and the spleen. Ending with a blend of this energy. Settle. And for the heart, we're going to bring our hands to shoulder height and our hands are facing up. The fingers are spread wide. And we're drawing in from the heavens loving, beautiful ruby red light. Drawing it through our arms, the palms of our hands, very powerful pericardium 8, Lagong point, all the way into our heart center, our nervous system, our small intestine. And we exhale any blockages through the feet into the earth. Nice, deep breathing, or a relaxed breath if you need to do that. This is so great for sleep. So those of you in the evening, draw in a little extra calm. Now release the hands, palms down. And this is our spleen standing posture. The spleen is that earth element. So we're drawing in on the inhale, both through our feet and our hands. And we're exhaling overthinking and worry and any digestive problems back out through the hands and feet into the earth to be recycled. Long, slow, deep breaths. You can picture the inhale, that beautiful yellow light coming in to your spleen and stomach and pancreas under the left rib cage. And exhale out whatever color seems like that unhealthy color for those organs today. One more deep breath. And we'll close our practice with natural respiration. For those of you still in the day, you're going to inhale and picture beautiful, vibrant energy, white light, and moving that through your body. It's like a gold white. And those of you at night, you're just going to picture fluffy clouds that you're going to nestle in and calm your mind for sleep. We do a beautiful long inhale up, filling with qi, and exhaling, moving that qi through our body. We'll do one more. If you're seated, bring your hands to your lower dantian. If you're standing, bring the feet together and your hands on the lower dantian. Everybody close your eyes and just rock and sway, letting the chi settle. No control, just let it move where it wants to go. Release and flutter your eyes open.